Come with me while we pick some cherries.
Hi, I'm Stephanie, and I'm a food writer, photographer, and generally content creator. Welcome to the Clement Family Homestead. This is the spot in upstate New York where my partner Max was born and grew up, and it's a short drive from us, but it is my favorite place to be in the summer. Sour cherry season is here, and it seems like it's a week early, but I am here for it. Max's mother Nancy stirred the seedlings of her garden in the winter, and while those plants are starting to come up in the spring and early summer, the fruit trees on the property are growing and blossoming, and we can't wait to see what kind of year it'll be for fruit. These trees were planted when Max was born and have a really important family significance. The tart sour cherries were a favorite of Max's grandmother and great-grandmother, and it is a beautiful connection to these other generations. I know it's almost time to pick the sour cherries when Max gets a call from his mother to help cover the tree with a giant net in order to preserve the ripe berries from the squirrels and birds. Don't worry, there's plenty for them too. While I love gardening and tending to the plants in my yard, standing under the tree and picking berries is a meditative practice. It takes me away from my cell phone, away from work, and allows me to be present. While I've spent much time in my life in Western Massachusetts, coming out here to Max's family home feels so different. There's something special about this time of year, and the sour cherries are just the start of it. Once packed, they will be made into jam, tarts, cakes, and some will just be pitted and frozen to be used later in the year. Unlike the sweet cherries you'll find in the grocery store, the sour cherries have a bite to them, and it keeps you on your toes. One of my favorite parts about coming to the property to pick berries is spending time with Max's family. It is a beautiful time to be outside, to learn the family history, and learn about the plants. There's something really important about connecting with nature and seeing plants grow and change over the years, just like we do. It's a special time of year, like I said, and it is something I look forward to. Picking fruit and even just being out in nature reminds you that, like the sour cherries, you don't have to be sweet to make an impact. With my bounty this year, I plan to make a small batch infused liqueur. There may be some brandy in the future. That'll be tucked away for some months while the flavors meld together. And there may be some baking. That's not usually my jam, but I am learning and always trying to learn and grow as someone who works in food. My favorite part of the season is about finding ways to extend the flavors, whether it is in jams, liqueurs, where it's baked, frozen, shared. The summer just goes by so fast, and all of these flavors come flying at us. It goes from strawberry season to, in my favorite, peach season will be coming up soon. And everything we can do is just to capture those flavors, to do something more, for when we are in the dead of winter and the fresh produce is in the cold storage, and what can you do but bring out that jar of sour cherry jam and just remember that moment. It really is just so special, and is something that I think about in the colder months. Even as I was standing there in 90-degree heat picking cherries, it just felt like the best place to be. And what's really great about this time of year is that this is only the beginning. The garden hasn't come up yet. There are several fruit trees on the property. Herbs and lettuces are just waiting. Well, they're not waiting. I'm waiting. They're doing their thing and growing and changing and becoming what they're going to be in their final form. And how beautiful is that? It might be a love letter, but isn't it great to talk about something so beautiful? So there were many trees that we left on the tree to get ready. There's a lot more picking to do, but it was great to have some that I picked for that day. And, there's much more work to do, but I'm so excited to see how these things come out. After we picked, I had a chance to walk under some of the trees to see how the fruit is doing. And you know what? It's going to be a busy and tasty, productive summer. And I cannot wait to show you what we find.